Alrighty, guys. Yesterday we saw some action from the alts yesterday. Obviously, the news coming within Solana. I did go live last night and speak about the little Solana pump, right? Strong push. However, I did take profits, and we'll speak about that in a second. Obviously, looking at a couple alts. Dots have been waking up really well. AVAX's been waking up really good. We've been seeing Bonk breaking some good trends. A couple of altcoins are making their way strong. And again, guys, this weekend's super important because we're going into weekly close. Now, again, we have the bullish divergences, the reset RSIs, everything sitting on support. All we need is the pin bar candle this weekend. So what I'm looking at now is Bitcoin's hovering in between the zone now. And I'm still looking at the little push to the upside of pushing into that weekly close. And if we get that green weekly candle, I'm seeing a fat green candle next week. So this weekend is super important. In the show, I'm going to be speaking about Solana, why I've sold off Solana, and the next 3 trades that I'm opening into the weekend. Guys, I don't know if you have noticed. I want my money back. The market has been taking money for the last couple of weeks. I'm not sitting here and moaning that, oh, it's taking time. It's this. I'm trading. I'm trading. I literally had a trade that went from 4K up to 40K yesterday, and I have a plan to get it to 100. Okay, that's my next trade. By doing that, I've erased all the losses in the in the last couple of weeks, and I'm putting myself ahead. Now, what separates me from the rest of the market? The rest are waiting right now, not doing anything, fearful, scared. Guys, by the time the market does do something, I want to be in, I want to be loaded, I want to have my portfolio ready. So there's times where I'm a short-term trader at the moment because that's where the money is to be made. Short-term trades, quick little moves, make your money back before we break the higher time frame structures. The main thing I want you to see is when everyone is sleeping off and everyone is sitting here just waiting, I'm busting my butts off, and that's what's going to separate you from the rest. Stay focused in the game. Let's get these damn trades. Let's make money, and when the market decides to break the higher structures, we are sitting in flat, nice, and just watching and making a lot of money. So if you're excited for that, hit that like button. Happy Friday. I give you permission to open a beer. I give you permission to maybe have one cheeky tequila or have coffee or have tea. It's up to you. Like I like tequila. So guys, don't waste your time. Let's go. Where's my intro? I need the cool one. I need the cool one. Okay, we'll play this one for now. My mic is wrong. My mic is wrong. Is that better? Do I now have a radio voice? Sheldon 𝗟𝗓𝗙 in the house. How are we doing? Okay, we're back. Guys, I want to say thank you to you. Thank you. I sat there last night and I made a killer trade. There's not denied. You know, good trade. In my head, this thing can go more, right? In my head, I'm in the trade. This thing can go more. Gave it out to you guys outside. Said, should I take profits? And all of you guys said, take profits, right? You came in hot at me, and it ended up happening, okay? And this morning I woke up, and I was a lot more clear thoughts. But before we do that, let me show you guys what happened yesterday. And again, I want to say thank you. If it goes to 171, I'll make $87,000 on that trade. So I'm just going to click that confirm just in case it does it during the show. That'll be amazing. Guys. You're going to make me do it, aren't you? I'll always be buying to top. Are you going to make me do it? Are you for real going to make me do it? Ah! Shit! That's how it feels when you're in a trade and you're making the money. Now, remember, guys, there's 2 wars we are fighting here. The first one we fight is when it gets bearish, right? And it's fearful. And it's like, oh, what should I do? Should I panic out? These sort of things. And then you fight the next war when you're making money. Should I sell? But it can go more, bro. Bro, it can go more. Like you got the perfect entry. This thing's going to make you, it's going to turn your $4,000 into $1 million. Do you see the 2 different wars that we are fighting? A bull market is just as hard as a bear market, and a bear market is just as hard as a bull market because you fight those emotions. But together, we sit there and we say, hey, guys, I'm currently in the trade. You guys are not in the trade. What should I do? And look how automatically you say, take it, Sheldon. What are you doing? Take it. Do you see the different mentality when you're in versus when you are out? Do you see the difference? This morning, I wake up, I look at the charts, and I'm like, you guys are bosses. You're right. You're right. You know, end of the day, you're right. This is a little bit of hype on Sol. And if we look at it a little bit in the mental wise of things, when the slight news came on Bitcoin, the slight news on Ethereum, we saw the immediate effects of the coin. We saw the push up. However, until something comes after that, it just dies off. Dies off. We saw that with ETH, right? ETH pumped all the way to 3.9, from 3,000 to 3.9, and then all the way back to 3.2. So you see what I'm saying, guys? Like, even me to this day can get stuck in that sort of rut. But look how we look after each other. Look at the community. You guys were there for me yesterday. And that means a lot to me. So you want to be part of this community, subscribe up right now. Join up Sniper Club right now. Join up Sniper School right now. Be part of this, because this is what we are for each other. But the main thing that I wanted you guys to see is look how we double think when things happen and all of these things flow. Now, guys, end of the day, I still think the market is bullish for the weekend. And I'm still looking at a couple of new trades now and a whole new system. But I got to sit back this morning, rebuild my entire mindset, rebuild my entire strategy again, and let go of Sol. So, guys, I did sell Sol. And I'll speak to you guys in a sec now. The whole concept of this is Sol had a nice pump yesterday. However, it is still below very important trends. And what that basically means is this is a high pump. Okay. So if you made money on it within trading accounts, there's nothing wrong with letting go, taking those profits, and basically preparing for the next. Now, do I think that it's great to invest right now? No. But do I think back at 120 to buy for your investment account? Yes. Am I selling my investment Sol? No. Okay, but nonetheless, it is smart to play the narratives. It is smart to play. I worked my butt off for at least 6 days for that entry. I saw something was going to happen with the Sol chart. I saw the volume tapering down. I saw the RSI's bottom, and we got it. And once you got it, you got to let go and stick to the plan, because I was starting to change the plan. And that's beautiful about it. And I sit here today and I say thank you to you guys. So much love to all of you. I appreciate it. And let's jump into the next. So, yes, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm a Liverpool fan. I am from a very young age. Been a Liverpool fan. Okay, but let's also speak about if you're in Sol right now, especially in your spot on that, is it time to sell? Okay, that's a big question that we're going to speak about on today's show. So, what you taught us in Sniper School? Exactly. But do you see how? Just take a note of that, because everyone's going to be like that in a few weeks now. When the markets are, everyone's not going to be thinking clear. And this is where we got to nudge each other and we got to basically shoot through. So what I'm thinking of doing is when the markets wake up and I want to basically pop out 1 or 2 tweets in the future and be like, guys, who's in winning trades right now? I actually want to bring you on the show. And then I want to be that for you guys. I want to be that to, hey, I'm not in that trade, but this thing definitely get out, or definitely this, because that's what we got to be for each other. Okay, let's get going. So we obviously got a big weekly close coming. There's it was there. Give me 2 secs. There we go. That's the current candle we are seeing on Bitcoin at the moment. There's the candle on the weekly. So again, we are still okay to know that we're not going to 40,000s or 52 or anything there. Okay. The main thing is though, like let's start bouncing on major support. So remember, this is the danger line. This is the line that basically indicates if we start weekly closing below this line, start bracing yourself for 40, start bracing yourself for even early 40s. Okay, until then, you cannot be bearish. It's simple. That's the rules. Okay, what we're looking for now is we are seeing again RSI at the bottom, weekly divergence. I've spoken about this whole week. Okay, but what we just want to see now is a nice little green close this week. If we get that this week, we should have a fat candle. If we don't get the green candle this week, I think we're going to get it next week. So what will happen is we'll probably have another little dip off in the week next week, fill that green, and then be on our way. What I think is going to happen after that then is I think Bitcoin is going to slowly go up. I don't think it's going to be too big just yet. Now, in that time, I think we're going to see some fat green candles on altcoins. Definitely. However, in this time, I think Bitcoin's going to slowly cruise up. We are definitely seeing strong momentum from the alts. Definitely seeing strong momentum now, especially when that dominance is coming down. You could see here on the weekly chart, dominance is forming a really fat, good red candle. And if we continue like this, you know, at some point, I'm seeing that really mega big one over there. But nonetheless, I think Bitcoin's going to slowly cruise its way back up to the tops. Okay, now in that time, there's probably stuff happening, ETF, all these sort of things. I still think there's about, what do you say, another week or 2 until something comes again in that sort of. So it's be next week, possibly. So I think there's a couple more days in that sense. And that's perfect. If we can actually have a slow Bitcoin, okay, I think the alts are just going to really just pop off. And again, all the alts to the high time frame pairings and things like that are definitely oversold. So that's exciting, guys. Over there. So high time frame, we just want to see the pin bar candles on all of it. That's a great weekly reversal candle. If it stays anywhere above 3-4, that should be a reversal for ETH. We should start making our way up next week. And again, what's going to indicate that for you is these trends. We've started breaking those trends. We'll start to make our way up. So guys, we're at that verge of bottom's close to being in, right? We're at that point of bottom's close to being in. Bad choice of team. How dare you? We got to talk, bro. What's that guy's name? We'll talk. Simon! Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't judge, dude. Why are you judging me, bro? Okay. Let's go. Okay, so let's get a bit of a plan for the weekend. So we know the high time frame views. So let's look at where Bitcoin is at the moment. So Bitcoin short-term supports here at 60 to 61,000 at the moment. There's one more support at 60. Okay, right now we've popped through. It is struggling to get through the 62,500, and it's showing me there's a short squeeze above that. So what I'm looking at for the two plays, as long as we hold the 60, we should make our way up. And we now know this is a big resistance. And if we pop that, we should pop very quickly to this area over here. That would be very bullish for the weekly close. But that's what I'm sort of preparing myself up for the weekend, is that little pop up and that little push. Okay, because a lot of alts broke trends, they're on the verge now of popping off. Things look like the market needs a bit more up before we could even think about more sort of down. But let's speak about the down too. So if we go a little bit more bearish today, okay, what I'm then looking at is a couple of hours of a push down to the 60K zone and then a push. However, if this play comes out here, it's very likely we form a red candle at the weekly close this week, okay? If this play sort of happens, which means there's probably one more week of surviving a little bit of the red, the boringness, and then we'll start to reverse from there. So it's quite interesting. Right now, I'm about 60% on the bullish scenario. Therefore, I'm long within the markets, and I'll speak about the trades in a second, and preparing. Guys, any pushes of Bitcoin back over here, all of a sudden investment entries open everywhere again. So as an investor, go buy good shit at good prices. Very simple. Okay, let's go back and let's go look at a few other things. So altcoins. Looking bullish. So if you look at the alts over here, not only did they break, they're currently turning this into support. So if we bounce here, you got strong altcoins for the weekend. And if they break this high over here on the total 3, you're going to see an altcoin squeeze. You're going to see a squeeze of where we go from here, from this area over here, and you're going to see a pop over there. I'm looking at around a 15 to 20% squeeze within the alts. We can see right now the dominance is definitely looking at making its way down. I even showed you here on the weekly, but it doesn't have to. Is it the big one yet? We'll see. Nonetheless, I do think this will happen. We'll come down here. And that's bullish. That's bullish. If Bitcoin even goes anywhere near 63, 64, you'll see some real pops within a lot of the alts. And again, you're seeing a couple of them. You're seeing things like DOT. You're seeing things like Jupiter. You see things like AVAX. We're definitely seeing a bit of strength. Like not all tokens are popping just yet. And that's why I was saying with a lot of the coins, just go chart them to Bitcoin pairings, because if they're breaking Bitcoin pairings, those are the top leading altcoins right now. I actually want to see, maybe I am on the Bitcoin. Let's just see here. I am. This is all what's beating Bitcoin. Let's go look at USDT. There we go. So if they're beating Bitcoin, all of a sudden, look at the percentages being a lot higher over here. DOT's actually looking good. I don't know what's happening with DOT, but it's looking fantastic. Okay, so as it stands right now, two plays here. As you can see, what I'm doing now is I'll know if we're going to dump, guys. The reason why I say we know we're going to dump is let's go through the quick plays here. This will just structure your charts for the weekend. So you just want to pop this on the 4-hour. You see now that we've made our first higher high. You see that? You see we've made our first higher low. And now we're making a new high. So all you do now is you take the 2 lows. Boom. That's the trend we hold now. If we keep on, you cannot turn bearish for the weekend unless we break this trend. Then it's a short, then it's the bearish push, pop some stops, lower your percentages, do these sort of things. As it stands here, we can creep up and pop. That's why it's worth it to fight here for entries, fight for positions, because again, you're buying a little bit of red, but you're buying on major support. So that trend line will indicate for you, hey, I also want to come down a bit lower. For now, as it stands, that's the bullish momentum line. As long as we hold that, we are bullish. We are going up. Let's go look at something like USDT dominance. If you look at this as well, go draw this in. This lost some trends. So I want to show you here. Give me 2 secs. There we go. Okay. This is indicating we're bullish for the weekend. Boom. Okay. So this now means when this is going down, people are getting out of USDT into the market. So it's bullish for the markets. As it stands right now, you could see that we lost that trend. This is a simple retest play over here, and we should have another push to the downside. Bullish. Gives us an idea. Okay. If again, we start to lose those alt trends, or we start to lose the Bitcoin trend, then it will pop in there. We'll be aware of it. So you have time to, guys, I don't mean it in a bad way, but have the balls to take trades in these areas, because you know what to do if it starts to go against you. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be scared of it. Don't be none of that. You know what to do. You have the lines. You have the ones that indicate, oh, okay, plan A is starting to shift to possibly plan B. But to have the balls to do it, that's what creates no one was probably building 50x longs in the beginning of the week with me, right? There's a couple that did, but no one. I had the balls to do it. And it's like, again, end of the day, I want my money back. I'm here to fight for money. And I'm here to not think about too much long-term just yet. I know the long-term reversal's coming. I know that RSI, I know that people just got to be patient for another 2 weeks or so. The bottom will be in. Okay, we'll be at that point. However, in that time, why am I sitting on my hands doing nothing? Why am I sitting here and just acting like I must just wait for money to come to me? Don't we feel like the whole world is like that? It's going to come to me. I'm going to win the lotto. I'm going to this. Stop waiting. Work it. So right now, you got a plan, stick to it, and go for it. So this one is, again, indicating strong push over here. To the down. Again, I just want to show you on Bitcoin dominance. So let's quickly speak about Sol. Okay. So Sol pushed up straight into my red box. What I got to understand is this was a hype pump. Okay. Not a natural pump, a hype pump. This was some sort of news that came out, some sort of event that happened. So therefore, what do you get? You get a lot of excitement. You get a lot of acceleration. And I remember, if I look at this from yesterday, I saw this fat. Let's go back. Look at that candle. Come on, that's excitement, right? That's fast. However, if it's fast, it won't last at times, right? You got to understand that this was a news-driven event. And what did it mean? It basically meant that, hey, we might have a Sol ETF coming. Okay, so what does that do? It gets everyone super hyped up. Now it's like, okay, now what? Is it going to happen? Is it not? Now we're going to wait, right? So end of the day, you saw hype, but it's probably going to slow down a lot in the sense. And if you look at this, we got to push on Sol. But we never broke the major levels. So let's go back over here. We haven't broken the major trends just yet. So zooming out, there's the main trend. Only once Sol's back above 160 is that the real breakout. So what that basically means is there's going to be some more buying opportunities for Sol. And I think it's still going to take a bit of time. So for any trades that I've been taking, it's okay for me to actually TP out on Sol. Investments, I'm holding. Okay. And if it comes anywhere near down here again, I'm definitely looking to possibly buy some more. But as it stands right now, there's nothing wrong with understanding that this is the play where we're at that major resistance here. And look how it started to work perfectly. I think we sold the top last night. Thank you, Dancer fan. Thank you. Yeah. Because I knew in my brain I had to sell. You just gave me that extra confirmation. And we did it strong, right? We literally sold the exact top. I think we sold 149. Boom. Now I can look at, oh, Sol comes down again, test here. I can do it all again. The exact trade I just did, I can do it all again. Okay, which is crazy. So as it stands right now, I have sold out of Sol. The only thing is my rules tell me I'm not allowed to get back into Sol. My trading rules. Problem is with it, because otherwise I got such a thrill from what it gave me. I'm like, well, it's not revenge, it's the opposite of revenge trading. It's the opposite. I just want it again, right? So I'm not allowed to, for at least 3 days, I'm not allowed to touch Sol again, because that's where you start giving back. As you start, I got to move on, right? I got to move on. We had a good time. We had a great party. Fantastic. I got to go to the next party. Okay. Did you take a Sol trade on Sniper School? I did. I think we did. The Sniper School in the week. We did. You're actually right. So as it stands right now, until Sol's above there is a possibility of Sol down. I think it was a high pump. I don't think it was the real pump just yet. I think that's still going to come in the next week or two. So as it stands right now, Sol is still available for cheaper positions. Okay, which means buying on the news yesterday or buying today, think like just buy on good levels and pull back. And you can see there's also a bottom trend here as well that will indicate if there's a bigger pullback zone. Now, Sol can also push up again into this weekend push over here, but until it's above there, I can't get too stuck into that dopamine thrills. Exactly, dopamine. It is dopamine, right? That's what goes crazy. Something about making money that works. So yes, I've sold out in that play over there. Now, what I like about this is I like that we got the hype. Do I think Sol will slow down a little bit? Yes, I think it will until we know what's going on further. But what it did for us yesterday was it did drop the dominance. It dropped the dominance nicely. Okay. And that I think is going to give us a great weekend. So if you look at this, exactly the time of when this was happening yesterday within Sol, we formed a fat red candle on dominance. And what we did was we ended up losing this bottom from yesterday. Now we're going up for simple retest and I'm looking at a drop within dominance. Okay, so I think that Sol by that happening, I think Sol personally will slightly slow down, but I do think we're going to start another downtrend within the dominance. Therefore, look at other altcoin opportunities. Look at other things that are now looking to pop. And I want to show you guys this as well. If you look at Sol to ETH, it did really well, but it's at major resistance, basically indicating that, hey, this thing could slow down now to Ethereum. So why am I choosing other altcoins over Sol? Because I'm being smart. I used the Sol hype. I made my money. Now I move to something else that's showing strength and ready to go. Dot's pumping right now. The Link's looking really strong. There's a lot of coins that are showing strength. I move to them. I make some money while Solana cools off. And when Solana's ready again, I get back in and I load it up. And the goal here is to go from 4K to 40K to 100K to 200K to $1 million. Like, that's the goal. That's how my brain is thinking. That's the run that I'm looking for here. Therefore, I got to stick to the rules and I got to stick to the plan. So again, that's why I'm out. So just to make it clear, I'm not out of my investment Sol. I'm out of my trade Sols. Okay, now let's go through a couple of trades. So what has Sheldon now done? So I flushed out 5K of the money. I took 3K in some small stoppages yesterday. So I'll show you over here. I flushed out money. Okay, so if I'll show you here in my assets, boom. Okay, flushed out 5K, took around 3K in stoppages because I was in a little bit of a phantom and I was just playing around yesterday, put some stops under the low, woke up this morning, stopped out. Okay, then what I did is I recharted and I'm like, I actually bought Cardano a little bit higher yesterday and bought them, so they had better prices today. I actually got money, which is phenomenal, and I started building. So the two that I built so far, and I'm going to be building one more, and I'll show you guys at work. I'm building a Chainlink and a Cardano position. Okay, so Cardano, you can see already, is waking up. It's looking strong. I don't know what it is. Don't ask me why, but I'm going to trade it. I'm not going to date it. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to trade the damn thing and make my next 10%. Remember, I'm looking to take the 40 now to 100. That's my goal. That's my plan, okay, of what I'm looking at. So good spot buys, I really think Cardano is a good spot buy. I do, okay? Where would you put your stop loss? Around this area of around 36. Bigger, a little bit of a room for the stops, because I don't know if you notice, when Bitcoin gets bearish, dominance comes down. Also don't pull down too much. So give it a bit of room, okay? Because these little cheeky wicks come at different times. But if we look at Cardano here again, this one broke out the major trend, higher high, higher low, and then you see what I do? I put in this bottom trend. You see here. And where did I buy it now? At the bottom here. On the trend here. Why? Because I know I can just put my stop loss over there. I'm in. And why I'm doing this is because, again, if you look at the total total three, I'm looking at the push up here. My goal is to get in my full positions by the time we are at the top there, so that when the pop comes, I'm in. I'm not fighting for trades. I'm not looking. I'm actually TPing out of it. And therefore, boom, I'll be at that 80 to 90K mark. I literally need a 10% move. 10% move from this trade from Cardano and 10% move from Link, and I'm in. You see, that's the power. So there's Cardano there, and you know why I like it too? It's quite easy to trade. It's quite easy to see what to do here. Very easy. So again, I want to see this, and then what am I looking for is the pop. Where am I seeing Cardano go? There you could see there's a massive squeeze wall sitting there, guys. Massive. You can see all the same highs. We've been hitting the same highs. Where am I seeing it pop to? The next major highs here of around 44 to 45 cents. That will then make me, let me just show you here. What will that make me? Let's go here to Cardano. Guys, and I also wanted to show you something. I am Sheldon, that was a carpenter 4 years ago, that was worth a couple $100. Okay? I'm not flexing. I'm not showing you big amounts for the cent. Your $100, treat with the same respect as $100,000. It's the same thing. Money doesn't matter. I want you to see the power of what you can create. If I did this with 4,000 and you got 50, you know, your 50 can go to 600 and then it can go to 1,200. Like, I want you to see the methods behind it. It's not about the amount of money. I don't want you to sit here and say, I need this money to make that type of money. No, you don't. You got to look at the concepts of what I'm doing behind it. I'm always going to be humble. I'm always going to come to the sense of showing you guys where it's at. However, I do need to upgrade in life. I do need to come here and be like, this is where I'm at now. But look how, when I take stoppages, if you took a stop on a $50, you lose $10, right? I lose $5,000. I lose $10,000. It's the same. And I want you to see that sort of flow too. So, VIC, the plumber, Vic, the plumber here. Oh, what's up, Vic? Like, bro, you're in Cape Town. Let me know. Okay. So if you look over here, if I look at the Cardano trade and I say, okay, the 44, 0.44, I'll make $53,000 on just that trade. Click it in. That's all that I want. Now, am I asking for the moon? Am I asking to go? No. I'm looking at a good area. I'm looking for a short squeeze, and I'm in. That's the thing over there. The next one that I'm looking for now is Chainlink. I think Chainlink is going to look incredibly strong. So I just want to clarify again, guys. My charts, I'm looking at around 43, 44. Remember, guys, if you wanted more respect for where we started, of course, guys, I'm you. I'm you every day. You know what I mean? I'm there. I've been there. I've been there. And it's like you should take inspiration to see where you will be in the future too. If you keep grinding and you keep pushing every day and you keep putting your heart into it, I promise you're going to make it. And I'm at that point where it's just I'm grateful every day, but I'm so proud of myself for having the skill. I'm so proud of myself for losing $20,000, $30,000 last week and coming back and winning this week. Like, that's incredible. You know, that for me is very, very proud moment. So guys, when you look at the money that I show at times, it means nothing. It means nothing. It's the concept behind it and what we're actually doing. Okay. So Cardano, just push. And I want to remind you guys again, I just want to show you here. If you are in club, you would have got this last night. You would have got it this morning. You would have got all of these things. So again, if you want club helps you with all of these things. There's my signals last night. And I've even started this new thing now. It's called 𝗦𝗦𝗙𝗧. And look at the excitement here, guys. Incredible. Where I'm doing some education. Things like making $50 a day. How to build up and de-risk your leverage. Portfolio building. You know, all of these different things that I'm looking for over here. Sniper Club below. Go open up in the description if you want to join Sniper Club. And again, if you make money on the show, use that money. Okay. Cardano's in. Let's go to Chainlink. Okay, so same thing. Quite easy to trade. Not hard to trade. Broke out of the trend. Higher high, higher low now. There's my main danger line. So all my stop losses go under here. What's my goal here? My goal is to be in this trade by the time the pop comes. Now the pop comes, I'm looking at around 16.1. So now we go over here. And this one, I put in less. I put in $4,900 in this one. And I'm looking at 16.1. 16.1. Boom. $12,000. So between my two trades, I'm looking at a 60K payday. That'll be my 100K move. I'm asking for a 10% move over the weekend. The dominance is looking weak. Bitcoin is looking for a small push to the upside because leverage is sitting there. I'm not being unrealistic, okay? Not being unrealistic, and I have a full structure. Those are my two. Then what I'm looking for is I'm looking up to possibly to load up a phantom position. Phantom just taking a little bit of time. So I still want it. However, it's not ready right now. It might be ready in a couple of hours. So if you're watching this later on, and Link's already pumped, and the other ones are pumped, and Phantom is doing this right now of what I'm about to say, it's still available for you, okay? Make sure you don't catch trades late. When it's the right zones, that's where you're getting in them. So if we look over here at Phantom, there's a fat wedge falling down over here. If we look at the high time frame, beautiful place to be loading up and paying attention. I'm just waiting for the 1 hour trend break. Once that breaks, I can pop my stop under the low, and I can look for the Phantom push. Same thing, Phantom to push up over here to the top. Once it gets through there, the squeeze. And where does the squeeze take me? The squeeze takes me to around the 66 cent mark. That's a 15% pump. Boom. That takes you to a whole nother level. The next thing that I want to show you guys as well is when I said no leverage when daily is at the top. It is at the top, so we cannot use leverage. Excuse me? Is the Bitcoin daily at the top? I don't know what you're saying, sir. Bitcoin stocks are not at the top. It's only just left the bottom. Okay. Guys, of course I'll stick to my rules here. What are you talking about? It's in the right thing. Okay. What was I saying now? I don't know what I'm saying now. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So when it breaks the trend, stops are in, and for the push to outside. So Phantom is one of the next ones. And then you'll see a couple of them. If you go down here, look at DOT. Guys, alts are looking strong. I don't know what it is, but there's something coiling in the back end over here. There's dots over there. Let's see things like injective. Where's injective? Slowing down. I do advise you guys very much for trading is to stick to strength right now. Strength is definitely where you want to play. Oh, THORChain is also in a buy, guys. So THORChain broke a major trend. Broke the really big trend. I'll show you. Boom, 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 boom. Broken through. Okay, and what it's basically doing now is it's had a little push up, and now it's sitting right on 618. So where you actually want to enter this is you want to pop in a nice little entry in the zone here. And you'll also see, just make it green, you'll also see, because THORChain I think is going to be a fun one, you'll also see that there's a short-term trend. There's the trend. We're actually very near breaking it now. So your entries will go there, stop loss under the lows, same thing, push up over here in THORChain, and then the pop. and a TP around the 10-15%. So guys, do you see the difference here right now? I know I want to make money on spot and long term too right now. I do, but the market is I lost my money on memes last week. You need an airdrop, brother. You need an airdrop. You need to go get another life somewhere, and you got to go again, and just don't get stuck in the memes. You know me, I hate memes. I got one or two of them. That's cool, but it's not my. I think they're gonna make people lose money. That's why the only reason why I don't push it so hard. I think they're too addictive. I think it's like the casino. Okay, so Thorchain is also one that's coming a possibility. Let's go through. I see Doge is waking up pretty strong. So all alts are looking for that pop. Again, all that you're doing is you're TPing on your trading accounts when that happens. Okay, and then your spot bags are sitting in. And if your spots and long-term are in, we should start getting a nice little push to the upside. Guys, I also want to show you guys and speak to you guys quickly. We got this thing, Commonwealth. Remember, they sponsored the channel. If you look below, guys, they got this new thing called the New Alpha Fund Investment Partner. What this basically is, guys, is they have this fund that can get you into these projects before it even goes anywhere near the launches, before it goes anywhere near the early sales, all of these sort of things. You are first in line. So go below and go find out more about Commonwealth. You just said you lost all your money. Go to Commonwealth and go look at these guys. They are incredible where they're looking to get the community in early in the fund before any of the big dogs start to come in. It's the earliest point you get. So shout out to Commonwealth. You guys are doing incredible things out there. Lots of love to you guys. And go check them out, guys. We want to support guys that give a crap about people. And this company gives a crap about people. And that's what I like very much about them. So go have a look over there. On that, okay, let's pump through a couple of alts over here. Let's have a look. Let's pop through. Let's see things like Pepe is sitting okay at the moment. Near's actually getting to, guys, if you want to make money over this weekend, just get really good trend breaks. You don't have to wait to try pick the bottom and it's going to bounce here and have an idea of where you want it to bounce, but the trend breaks is where you really want to get. That's where you really want to, pay attention to. So you can see I'm only trading the strength right now. Theta coming down for low thing. Am I trading straight? No. Am I looking to buy some investments? Possibly. So it's just about sticking to the major strengths. I also wanted to show you guys here somewhere. Dude, is XRP going to pump? I know I give out here, but we always hope, but it can definitely come. I want to show you guys things like AVAX to Bitcoin. Look at that breaking out really strong. Phantom to Bitcoin. That's why I'm interested, because if I can get the Phantom break and I can get the break to the Bitcoin, I'm A away. I'm A away for a really strong trade. Let's speak about AVAX for a second. You can see the squeeze levels that we're at. This is where we want to look for the next squeezes. Until it's above there, it's not going up. So always know that. True technical analyst, no memes. Yeah, memes. How do you chart these things? It's even what Sheldon dropped how much yesterday? The debate, like 50%. Oh man, we can't. We're not. At least go to the casino. Then we can get drinks and we can chill and we can, lose our money together with a smile and at least be drunk. But now you just lose your money. No, it's not worth it. Okay. Anything else? Not much. Market's a bit boring, guys. Market's a bit boring. So I've given you every setup you need. I've given you every tool to know that the market's going to come down this weekend or it's going to pump. I've given you the alts that have got strength. I've given you all the tools to say that this weekly is important, that you're running out of investment opportunities. I've given you everything that you need. So I hope that you wake up on Monday with a lot of money. But nonetheless, I'd say we've got a week or two to just grind this out, guys. But you can see me. I got hunger in me. I'm going to make my money back and I'm going to make a lot more of it. And I'm going to keep going. And when the higher time frames move, then it gets crazy. Because imagine I can build 100, 200K accounts in this time and then the high time frames break. Where am I going then? And that's the whole concept. Remember, it's not about the money, guys. I'm with you. I've been there. I was there in survival 3 to 4 years ago. I didn't know how I was going to do it. And I got wiped out many times. But I got a random uni airdrop. I got a random, what is that other one called? The one that used to open up and close. Ample. I got an Ample airdrop at that point. Remember that Ample coin came through. Somehow I survived and I got through it. Okay, so it's not about the money I'm showing here, guys. Stay in the game, and when you're bored, go look for some airdrops. Go look for things when the markets are doing anything. Stay alive in the space, but keep grinding. Those who grind now are going to be the ones that make it. I love you all. Motivation, Sheldon. I know. By the way, go follow my personal channel, Sheldon the Sniper. There's some motivation coming right in the stores near you. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on Monday. Much love.